I'm Georgia and this is The Sound of Georgia. And today is the final video you'll get in the month of May. So to round off Loner and Low month, I'm going to be defending Henry Higgins. Ah, good old Henry Higgins. I think he has a lot of flaws, and I guess that's putting it nicely. But I still really like him. In fact, honestly, with the exception of his mother, who is hands down the best character in the show, I actually like him the most. Yes, you heard me right. This is a musical that Julie was in, and Julie's character is not my favourite character. So I guess this isn't technically the first time that's happened. Well, I guess it is the first, but it's not the only time that this has happened. Billy Crystal absolutely steals the show in Tooth Fairy. I don't know exactly what it is about Higgins, but I think in a way I just really relate to him. So as this is a video defending him, let's talk about his good points. Number one, he is very intelligent. That's pretty much what the entirety of Why Can't the English is about. Yes, he goes about it in a very snarky and condescending way, but all in all, he's not wrong. Now, obviously, intelligence isn't everything. Far from it. But he can see the value of being well educated, which is kind of the reason he takes the bet with Higgins and decides to turn Eliza into a proper young lady. We'll come back to that. Number two, he knows exactly who he is and he's absolutely unapologetic for that. I mean, this is pretty much what the entirety of An Ordinary Man is. And obviously, despite the title of the song, there are a great many things that the general male population of England in 1912 believe in that he does not. Mostly when it comes to women. There's one point in the show, I can't remember exactly where it is, when he says to Eliza that most men aren't like him and Pickering, that they're the marrying sort. He's going to be who he is and live his life the way he wants to, even if that's completely different from a lot of other people. And even if it means people don't like him. And maybe that's what I relate to in him. You just be yourself and live the way you want to, and damn everybody else. So number three kind of connects with this one, in that he still has a character arc. And it is a significant character arc when you really get down to it. But at the same time, he doesn't change at all. I know that sounds weird, but let me explain. Higgins' character arc isn't the sort of character arc where you're completely different by the end of the story. You can totally see him saying those things at the end. Not once during his character arc does he ever feel out of character. It's very organic and smooth, I think. He's still unapologetic at the end of the story, but he's almost warring with himself. He obviously has to grapple with the fact that something he never could have imagined is happening. So now let's talk about Eliza. For those who don't know, the reason he takes on the challenge of turning Eliza into a proper young lady by giving her voice lessons is because of a bet he made with Pickering. And obviously he wants to win the bet. But here's the thing. While he is doing it for a very selfish and self-centered reason, not once does he ever set out to hurt Eliza. That kind of goes back to what I said about the beginning of him being able to see the value of a good education. Yes, he is trying to change Eliza to a degree. Yes, he is doing it to win a bet. But he believes the Eliza that will come out of it will have a better quality of life. Obviously he doesn't know how that will impact with her identity crisis, but he does know that it will open a lot of doors for her when it's finished. And as I said, he never sets out to hurt her. Yes, the reason he's doing it isn't necessarily to help her, but not once does he decide, I'm going to do this because it will be so horrible for her. And maybe that's something very bad in the fact that, well, he didn't even consider that at all. But the fact is, he never sets out to make it intentionally horrible for Eliza. He's just going about this the way he thinks is best, and if it hurts Eliza, he doesn't mean to do that. He pushes her because he knows hard work is what it takes, not because he enjoys watching her suffer. And at the end, in the conservatory, he says she can go. She asks why on earth she should come back to him, given that past experience has taught her that he'll just throw her out if he doesn't like what she's doing. To which she says if she's not happy with it, she can leave and he won't stop her. And given that this is at the very end of the show, I truly do think he means it. I think he's sincere. And here's my big point. He is interesting. Despite everything I've just said, he can be downright horrible at times. But it's better to be horrible and interesting than nice and boring. Yes, I'm talking about Freddie. I said it last week, I've said it in plenty of other videos, but Freddie Eynsford Hill is so boring. And in a way, he's actually not that different from Higgins. Higgins obviously sees her as an accomplishment, but Freddie just sees her as being pretty. And sometimes I honestly feel like the reason Eliza likes him is because he's sweet to her. And he's sweet to her because she's pretty. But by the end, Higgins has seen her for her. Now obviously that is a big part of what he's made of her, but he does see her personality. Freddie just disappears, doesn't he? Ah yes, Freddie. The poor devil who couldn't get a job as an errand boy even if he had the guts to try. He says this after Eliza announces that she will marry Freddie. And immediately after that, she says, he loves me. She says, Freddie loves me. She doesn't say that she loves Freddie, and honestly, with Show Me, it seems like it's not quite all evidence to the contrary, but it doesn't seem mutual. Not in the same way Freddie loves her. I really do think I've grown accustomed to her face is a love song. Like I said, he's grappling with the fact that something he never expected to happen to him is happening to him, and accustomed to is all he can say, but it's his version of something much deeper. Where the Devil Are My Slippers is his version of saying, I missed you. And again, despite what she says about Freddie, she comes back. And whatever you think the reason she comes back is, her coming back means she does, in some way, on some level, care for him. Also, when he says to Eliza that you'll be taken by the police to the Tower of London where your head will be cut off, I just giggle. He's so matter-of-fact that he talks about decapitation so calmly that it's hilarious. And as for his singing, or lack thereof, it works. I know when My Fair Lady was coming down under, Alex Jennings, who was playing Higgins, and is honestly Rex Harrison reincarnated, apparently said he wanted to sing the songs. Actually sing them, not talk sing them. Julie told him not to. Higgins is the character in a musical that doesn't want to be in a musical, if that makes any sense. Higgins isn't supposed to sing. There's a lot of depth and a lot of subtlety with Higgins, and I think that just makes him so interesting and so engaging. He's not a bad guy. He's a jerk, but he's not a bad guy. And that's everything I've got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Henry Higgins? Do you like him or do you not? And you want to do any of the horrible things Eliza mentions in Just You Wait to him? And that's everything for Learner and Low Month. I hope you've enjoyed these past few videos. Stay safe everyone. Feel free to like and subscribe and I'll see you in my video next week. So long, farewell!